right, so quick recap. So that was filmed, what I just said? Do you plan on putting that on the show or no? Okay.
No.
So,
They can suffer.
all right, so, yeah, quick recap. You guys started south of Tal'Dorei, or south of Iman, and south of Tal'Dorei, you were in the ocean.
Over here.
You were on the dragon. And you woke up on a road, you didn't know each other, killed a whole bunch of things, made your way north, found a woman possessed by a demon. She was holding a stone, which turned out to be significant later. We went forward to Iman, and in the slums, a kid grabbed the stone. He was almost sort of controlled by it in a way, and was throwing fireballs. And then they made their way into the city. They met Vellington, Lord Vellington, and Jackie.
Let's not forget Jackie.
You can't leave Jackie out. He's gonna make a resurgence, believe me.
Oh, he's the main bad guy.
I wouldn't be shocked.
First guy you met. Yeah.
Isn't that how storylines go?
Usually.
It's always
Predictably.
So,
He's a trickster.
so they found out Lord Vellington was sick. They went looking for a cleric to heal him. On the way, Bask ran into some old colleagues that he didn't recognize.
Which really sucks, might I add, because like it's very important that I know who everyone is,
Yeah.
and my guy is really good at that.
Yeah.
So now I'm like in the dark, and that's not good for me.
Yeah.
Just gotta say that.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Well, actually, it is your fault.
It is my fault. Yeah, but it'll be an opportunity for you to discover maybe what happened before you lost some of your memories, all that.
Yeah.
So, they found a cleric. She was dressed as the Raven, and they brought her back to Lord Vellington's estate. She started pulling out the illness when it emerged. She was interrupted during her spell, and
And he made me run.
they ran.
And a series of unfortunate events befell us.
Yeah.
So many.
Bask did really terribly while he ran.
And I have a high dexterity.
Yeah.
I just rolled garbage all night.
Yeah.
I did pretty well.
He ended up super exhausted.
And I was salty.
While they were running, Bask handed off the stone to Demetrius because he wanted to do better while he was running away, and Demetrius immediately passed out. And the thing that was chasing them entered Demetrius's body. None of them know. The characters do not know.
And he doesn't know that.
The characters
right?
do, yeah.
Well, I think I generally know, but
You
I'm
probably
not quite
felt
sure
different.
what happened.
Well, so all the characters know now that Demetrius has the illness. So whether they, yeah, that's what we
You
just.
pulled
Yes,
up your
that's
shirt.
right.
You pulled
She
Yeah.
saw it on
I
your
saw
neck
on your-
when she was
yeah,
inspecting you.
Yeah.
And so you pulled up your shirt and showed.
Not that kind of inspecting me. Get your hand.
There was a little of that.
No.
And
And then we met someone.
yeah. So before you inspected him,
Maren?
Demetrius went to investigate the explosions. They found
While
a.
I got drunk off one shot whiskey.
They found. Yeah,
More.
Bask was getting drunk in a bar, and
In fairness, I couldn't even lift my swords.
he was practically dead. Anyways, so
I might
he
as
had
well
to. A few more exhaustion points, he would have been there. Yeah.
And I'm the worst player in the history of the
Yeah.
world.
So they found it.
Yeah.
They found a spined devil,
No, you did.
or Demetrius did. Fought it with
Yeah,
Morin,
it was.
got the killing blow, and they went and slept in the tavern where Bask was sleeping drunk at the table.
I never moved.
And he slept there all night. And then they went back and discovered the demon was gone. And that was pretty much where we left.
And we were talking about harvesting its parts for stuff,
But it's gone.
but it was gone.
And so now we are heading,
That was
weren't we
the
heading back?
cliffhanger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the cliffhanger. Yeah, that was
We
where
were
we
heading back to Lord Vellington. Wasn't that the idea?
Well, to see if
It's up to you guys at this point.
Islana was
No, we're-
alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because first off, we were here for you.
Yeah.
You and I.
Like a buzz on there.
It's very squeaky. Just
Yeah.
prepare for a lot of squeaky audio.
But just be really careful because they could break because they're kind of old.
Well, I'm not trying to break them, but they might.
But okay, we were going to go there.
It broke on
And
me
I
one
wanted
time.
to see if Islana was still alive, because she just drew this thing out. We ran away because she told us to.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was downstairs when that happened, so I feel kind of.
Well,
bad.
I want to go and see if she's alive because
Also, we have to get paid.
that's
You guys have not made
She's
any money
a-
this game.
She's a
poor.
cleric.
9 gold.
of the matron of ravens, and that's my order. So
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna just give you guys a milestone level up at this point.
Oh, I
So
appreciate that.
fill in whatever it takes to get you to the next
To
level.
Oh, did we not
We'll
get experience
do-
via the last game?
We didn't give
So
you
we're all
any
level
numbers.
4.
So yeah, we'll just milestone it for this one.
Go
And
up
I'll
to
Okay.
fill up your
up to
Yeah.
number
Sounds
4.
good.
Mhm.
Let's do
stuff
that.
later.
Yeah, you can actually do all your abilities and health on the next game
Sounds good.
Okay.
for the next game.
Bueno.
Okay.
Feels good to level up. Otherwise, we never will.
You never would having that.
I was sleeping, but I milestone to sleep. That's how good I am as a bard.
So so is that a consensus then? You're gonna go.
I did give him bardic inspiration, so I guess
Yeah.
You did.
I was
You
part of
did.
that battle.
You were.
You
I was in the killing blow.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Yeah, because he was missing all of his shots because he's severely
And he remembered
disadvantaged
how
from the
inspired he
Oh, the
was.
sun is
Yeah,
bothering
when,
him.
yeah,
That's
the sun gets him really
right.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like essentially a dark elf now.
Basically. Yeah.
I'm not an
Yeah.
elf though. I'm a human.
I know.
You're the elf. Elf? What the hell's an elf?
Okay.
Really?
Health.
Health.
I said elf.
It's not like you said, what the hell is an elf? I'm like,
What's an elf?
what a weird expletive. What the
I
fudge?
think we should add a board of that. What the elf?
We'll just have our expletives up here.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
Red.
good.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good night.
So
Let's do this.
to Lord Vellington's
Yes.
estate.
Okay.
We
Very
set
well.
out and
Very well.
Very good.
I've done my morning workout, not in the nude, despite what some people are saying, and I'm not leading the way because I'm like wrecked from last night, but I didn't realize.
Wrecked.
Yeah. So you guys so you went back to where the demon was, discovered its body was gone. One of you had discerned that there
Oh,
were
and
cart
we have,
tracks.
and we're with a friend. What
You're
was
with
his-
Morin.
Morin.
Lamench.
the guy that
He's-
says like Alakazam and stuff.
But you don't. This is the first time you've met him.
Right, but he
He's
knows
part
the
of the
family
cleric
name.
order.
He knows the name because his brother is right hand man to the director of the cleric order.
I also know this because I rolled the natural
Your
20.
brother
No, I'm
is?
just kidding.
His
His
brother.
brother.
I rolled the natural 20 on this guy.
It's
I don't know that
You
much,
did. I don't have a
but I
brother.
know.
Yeah.
But I know enough that I can see his heartbeat. Alright. Your typo.
I can see you're right-handed in that you bite your teeth. You bite your teeth. You bite your fingernails.
Alright.
Okay, so you start heading towards Lord Vellington's estate, and you see
The wreckage.
the wreckage from the
Yeah.
fight. Because that's where you were. I mean, corners of buildings are missing. There's bodies.
So there's explosions. Can we see what kind of explosions? Was it like fiery arcana explosions, or was it like
Yes.
okay, all
Or was
of
it
it?
like cannonballs?
And you
Yes.
said people were brawling. Did you mean like people versus demons, or were they fighting each other?
So you're talking about when you guys were running.
yeah,
Mhm.
because you said brawling.
Right.
It was editing.
I
and
saw.
was like,
Right.
I saw people.
Yeah.
So did I.
So I was calling them brawlers. Essentially, what it was panicked crowds.
they're just punching each other.
Yeah, you trampling each other,
Oh.
punching, trying to get this way or that
Seriously,
way.
imagine a bunch of pugilists circling.
Yeah, I was so confused. I'm like, what is this war?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't explain that super well.
You're
but-
fine. You did fine. I just wanted clarification.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We did just run. I mean, that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, so there are, there's sickly people, there's dead people, there's people bleeding. I mean, not so much the next day, but there's clearly wreckage and injured people. And
Sure.
So how does this house look? Is it?
so you're
Destroyed
still
too?
making your way there. You
Oh,
guys
okay.
ran quite a bit.
Oh, that's right, we did.
So
Wow.
the wreckage isn't going to necessarily be immediately at his house, although
Oh,
there
okay.
was quite a bit of chaos there. So yeah, within 10 minutes, you make it back towards his house, and it looks just as beaten down as normal. It hasn't been well taken care of
And-
since he lost his staff.
While we're walking, I would have been asking them what happened and how
Who?
the fight
These guys,
went.
okay.
Yeah.
You want to get filled in.
Yeah. Essentially, I don't want to be left out. I would have been asking. As long as they are willing to share the information. Yeah. Because I was
Yeah.
unconscious all night.
Were any secrets kept?
No.
Yeah, there were a bunch of bunnies. I'm just
A bunch of bunnies?
Yeah. I don't know what you're gonna tell me.
It is the rabbit.
Just rabbiting around. Is that a term? I feel like that's a term.
What?
Just rabbiting around.
Not that I've ever used.
Go
Reaching for that
Or
pun
maybe-
there.
No. I'm thinking like that's where I was going, but
I
maybe
know
I was
you
like
were.
gophering. I don't know. There's some small rodent. My brain isn't working. It's too late.
You'll get there. It'll be like halfway through the episode.
I know gophering is something
Yeah.
else.
I'm not going into that. No,
Anyway.
we're not going there.
How many minutes are
So-
up? Good joke.
So
And done.
yeah, you make your way to
Oh, boy.
inside. Are you guys just walking in?
Well, as long as the gate's still open, I imagine
It's the yeah.
Jackie was the only servant that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, is our friend Maureen with us?
Did you guys want him to come with you?
I wanted Maureen to
He
stay with
was-
us forever.
Wasn't he with us because we
When
went?
you went to look at the demon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
so
we looked at the demons,
we-
we would have got him coming
Okay.
with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave
So-
my, I'm not gonna leave my
Are
brother
you
and arms at
kidding?
a
That guy with
tavern.
his one-liners? He's not going anywhere.
Right?
Didn't he say something like a
Alakazam and Alakazoo.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
Gosh, this guy's awesome. I want to know more about him and just hang out with him forever.
You need
Yeah.
to roll back the tapes and listen to specifically what he said, because it was good.
It was
Yeah,
good.
that's
There was a lot of goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of that was pre-written, but yeah.
And the multicultural Jackie Stowart.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
He's my
Anyway,
favorite.
I would just open the gate and walk
Sure.
in.
So as you're making your way in, you see Lord Vellington and Jackie are having a conversation.
Outside the house.
No, they're inside.
I was
They're inside.
imagining
So we
tea
walked
and biscuits on the porch.
So we walked
Why?
into the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Doilies and everything.
So yeah,
I say,
making,
Lord
making your way
Vellington.
into the door. Jackie and Lord Vellington are having a conversation. They don't necessarily seem angry, but it's a somewhat heated conversation. And they see you entering, and Lord Vellington says, my friends, welcome. Welcome back to my home.
Did we just walk in?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Well,
We
we could
kind
be
of.
dead. We wanted to check on them.
Okay.
Is everyone well?
Are you well?
Thanks to you and you bringing a cleric to me, I am doing much better.
How is the cleric? Where is the cleric?
She left promptly as you ran out the door.
Why did it chase us? You never see what happened. Did she explain what happened? She just saw us run and laugh and I think you're good now. They're gone.
She was rather panicked. I'm not sure what exactly happened. I was quite out of sorts.
Yeah, he passed out. Which is fine. I mean, you were in a lot of pain. Like, that doesn't say anything about like your manliness or not. Like I've
Wow.
seen.
Whoa,
like,
how are we
really
jumping
big-
immediately into manliness?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna like
I
T-shirts
just-
of.
I'm just
This
saying.
is just-
You,
I've
you
seen
see
just
Moran
really
off on the
big
side. He's kind of like, oh,
warriors,
yeah, she's alright.
like who just got passed out at the sight of blood. So I mean, like
He's
you
good.
went through.
He's probably good.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She has a good point. You did pass out, and it's all right. I pass out all the time. I passed out in the bar, and I only had one shot. And I don't even know.
Well, that sickness is quite unbearable. Quite honestly, it's.
We didn't really talk to you about how you think you got this sickness. You told us that it was something about your magic. However,
How did you get up,
Why did
get
you
down
do
with the
it?
sickness?
Just kidding.
Huh?
I gotcha.
No, that was it. Yeah, that was
I
in
mean,
passing.
is
Not important.
using magic the only way that you've heard of that you can get sick? I mean, because say there was someone who didn't use magic, but he got sick, and
Are you calling this a
Is this-
magical STD?
This sounds like you have a rather specific.
that's what he was saying, that it was all of you were a magic user.
It sounds like you have something specific in mind.
Did you cast with protection today?
It's not the question we were thinking. We didn't want to go there.
Oh my gosh.
What I'm
I'm
asking,
so sorry about that. But at the same time,
It was probably the most appropriate thing you could have said.
Oh.
what I remember is that we couldn't use our magic because we could catch the sickness if we used magic.
This is correct.
Okay. Demetrius, I need you to control yourself.
Yeah, is Demetrius losing it? Or because I'd love to see Demetrius just losing it right now.
Oh man.
That would make me
He's
happy.
delirious from the
Oh,
illness. He's just laughing.
So,
I don't know if that's a
How-
joke he would have made.
do we remember, he told us, did he tell us how long he had had the sickness?
No.
No, okay. How long were you sick from, like, when do you remember getting sick?
It was a couple of weeks.
I mean, you're really good
Wow.
with medicine, so I mean,
Okay.
This,
Well, you held on for a long time. Good for you.
this is a terrible illness, and that's why I lost my staff. They left at the beginning, and
I thought you took it literally. I was excited to retrieve staff from it. I whisper in the back.
Well, okay.
There's no money to
Do
be had.
you, where were you when you first felt the signs of the illness?
When you
Like,
first
when
You
you
know
first
where you
saw
contracted
the yeah.
Were you with someone?
I
Were you casting magic with someone?
with a low-level mage.
These are all like valid questions.
A mage of the night.
Hey, Mage Night was a fun game.
I'm trying to gather information. Be quiet. You too.
I am not 100% certain the moment when
Well, when did you notice?
after a day of work, I came home and in the morning I noticed
Was
that
it
the light made me feel.
Okay, so that was the first thing. Okay. And then the next symptom.
Huh?
And what was the next symptom?
We need to buy
The
you a
next
trench
symptom?
coat.
Yeah.
So there are a number of symptoms. Largely, it seems as though I was not able to concentrate. I could not do things normally. I was quite weak.
Meanwhile, we all start to look
Yeah,
at
I'm like
Demetrius.
looking at Demetrius. Okay, and then you had that
How
that
long
like
did it last
black
before
like
he died?
rash type thing. When did that appear?
Yeah, when was that?
Almost immediately. He looks over at you because he notices that you're eyeballing, and he's
Of course, we're eyeballing
yeah.
you. He's our bud.
And he says, "One of you has it, don't you?"
We're not pointing fingers.
Doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm just trying to see when
Hey,
how it
whenever,
progresses.
whenever I cast magic,
he looks
I'm
over.
always
But
protected.
do you cast magic?
No, not
Yeah,
even
that's
a
what I'm saying. So,
He looks over to you and he says,
and I don't know that he was possessed by the demon.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out: are there other? Do you
You're
know
assuming it's
any
a
other
demon.
people? Well, exactly. I
It
don't
chased
know.
us like one.
So he looks over to you and he says,
That's
I
the
sense
question
something
about magic
different
has to
about
be.
you than before. You are not a magic user, correct?
No?
I sense something magical about you that was not present before when you visited me in my home.
It's his eyes, they just kind of creep up on you.
No, I feel the same thing, and I can't put my finger on it.
You feel the same thing about
That-
me?
The magical
That there's
eyes.
something different about you that's not quite right.
I did shave this morning. I mean,
Oh, no, like I
You know,
know
fairness,
you're
it
not
looks
well,
good. We're not
but-
saying it doesn't, but there's something else.
Is something different? This
I mean,
Share with the class.
I mean, the first thing as soon as we left your home, long story, but you know, I did end up waking up and came down with these here, and the markings.
you have it.
But I don't-
But
that
I didn't just get a sudden tattoo.
that
or
should
But he
not
doesn't
be.
do magic.
Wow.
See?
That is not what I am sensing. There is something else. That
How?
illness
How do you
represents a
sense
total
this?
loss of magic. Ah, you remember that time I told you about my lost secret family art?
Yes.
Yes, I tried to remember.
It does seem as though those who catch the illness do not lose their innate racial family abilities.
Oh,
So you can still punch people, that's good.
okay, but you can't use magic anymore.
Alas, I cannot.
after
Pourquoi? Sorry, speaking of
I
talking to people.
So, oh, I've
But-
got something.
But he looks again to you. I still sense there is magic about you that you did not have before.
And this was something that I started feeling as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. I feel something different. I can't explain what it is, but I've never used I've never been a magic user. I've never.
I guess what we need to do is follow the trail back to when you first started feeling off.
He says, "Come closer. May I approach you?"
Yeah, that is acceptable.
See, I don't think he's acting himself. He doesn't usually laugh.
I know, I tell all the jokes. He laughs at me, not with me.
So
It just hurts me. For like having a sidebar.
I like that.
he moves up to you and he's kind of like, you know, trying to sense things about you, and he rests his hand over one of your pockets and says, "There's something here."
What's in your pocket?
I know it's in there.
Do you know?
Oh, I gave it to you. I hope it's what I'm thinking.
Shall we play a game of pocket pool?
Oh, HR. I'll pull out, and I do remember
Since he's our
Pulling
employer,
out
I don't
the
know if it's appropriate.
pulling out the stone, because that's
Is it
what's
still
in my
wrapped
pocket.
up, or
You
is
touched
it?
it barehanded?
Are you touching it bare-handed?
Yeah,
'Cause I had it
it's all
wrapped up.
Yeah, it's wrapped
Okay.
up. I just pulled it out.
He didn't.
What is that?
I found it on the old hag that we killed.
Oh, that's the stone.
His eyes go wide when he looks at it, and he says, "This is not normal magic. Where did you get this?"
You know, it's funny you should mention it. We didn't want it, found it, thought it was interesting, and took it with us. I felt like it was wrong, so I picked it up and wrapped it up. And you see, it's a long story, but the important thing is we're getting chased by that thing that came out of your body when you. Anyway, chased us down, and
That was foolish.
It's a
Take it.
regurgitated demon.
well, rightly so. But I
Magic
didn't know.
that you did not understand, and you had it on you.
I thought it was pretty, and I totally
It
don't
did
mind.
cause a problem.
Well,
with the
in all
kid
fairness,
down
we're
in the
coming
slums.
here to talk to someone about it.
Here you
What
go,
was-
Basky. You can just take that.
He,
No, you know,
He,
good.
this could catch you a great sum, or it could cost you your life.
Well, no, I definitely don't want it. In either
I like the
case.
great sum type.
The, leave it with me for a day, and I will do some research with it.
How
and
do we know we can trust you with it?
Not that we don't trust you, but it's
I
just that
don't.
your house is a bit run down, and you did talk about some. And
he gets he gets this really serious look on his face, and he says, "This stone is tied to a dark entity who has been viewing your every movement. I have the ability to break his tie to this stone, and I do believe that with this stone, somebody who has caught the illness could potentially use magic."
Can I roll an insight?
Mm. Give you a caster.
11.
You're rolling insight.
Yeah.
You want to know if he's lying to you.
Yeah.
So he appears deeply serious, and he also, you've been noticing, he's been really warm and grateful to you because you caught a cleric for him. You
I'll-
basically saved his
I'll
life.
do this. I'm going to lean over to Morin.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean over to Morin and say, what do you think?
He says,
And kind of whispering.
"God Zooks, why'd you ask me?"
I feel like this is Minsk, and I'm not. Sorry, Minsk. Do you know who Minsk is? Of course you know who Minsk is.
We'll
With
talk
Boom?
about it. We'll talk about it.
Alright,
We'll
alright.
talk about it. Well, I want to get their opinion as well, but I mean, we're of the same
Yeah.
opinion here.
Well, it does sound as though this is tied to some sort of dark entity. Better left alone, honestly.
But do you trust him, leaving this sort of power with him?
He was a well-known enchanter within the city. I think he knows his business when it comes to magical items.
Okay. Bass, Reese, what do you think? Do you have any feelings why we shouldn't?
In my
He owes
experience,
us.
we don't trust many people, but we did save him, and that gives it some.
And we're doing this like out of his earshot,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think perhaps we can trust him this time, and if he crosses us, I mean, he's an old man, doesn't have magic anymore. Oh, we've killed old people before. I'm just saying.
So
Old people and
sad.
children.
He was an enchanter
Specifically
and he
an
doesn't
oldie.
have magic anymore. I can't imagine anything worse than that.
I mean, he's not much to be feared, and he's more to fear from people he double crosses. If I were him, I wouldn't. So I
Okay.
trust him.
I'm gonna look at Jackie and see what Jackie's doing.
Um,
Does he seem eager about
he's-
the stone? Or
He's
nervous?
looking over at you guys, and he's kind of like he's the one that wants to be a member of the group that has been rejected. So he's kind of like
He's the little
he has a
brother
long
that got
look
left at
like,
home.
I want to be an adventurer.
But we don't want you to die.
But he doesn't seem like
Does he
interested
look
in the stone
dirty?
at all. Just in
Like,
us.
is he dirty? Like,
No, not particularly.
Okay.
No.
just wondering.
So does Jackie just seem interested in us, or does he interested in the
He
stone?
seems more concerned with Lord Vellington, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall.
I say let's leave it with them.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
I agree.
we don't want it.
No,
He-
not particularly. Not yet,
He
anyway.
he looks to you and are you handing him the stone? As you hand it to him, he says, "Come back tomorrow, and if I learn anything new, I could possibly teach you how to use it. So come back tomorrow, and I could possibly teach you how to use this stone."
So we need to take you to the clerics.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, we'll see you tomorrow.
Before you leave, I do owe you, and he grabs a purse from his belt and hands it out. Is holding it out.
I love arbitrary sacks of money. You're just like, here's money.
Yeah. Right.
just-
Here's
Who's he
the,
handing it to?
yeah.
He's holding it out.
So
You're
that-
closest to him, honestly.
I'll take it, but here's the question. This is the first big point in this campaign. Who here
There's the money holder.
holds the party fund?
Who do we
Rock,
trust?
paper, scissors for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I didn't want
All right.
to.
All
I
right.
saw his hand move and I switched.
Party fund it is.
Okay.
And as we're kind of, he takes the money and we're kind of leaving, I'm going to kind of hold back a bit and I'm going to turn to you quietly and Lord Vellington specifically. And I'm going to say, by chance, do you happen to know Seeker Enring?
Who he's
Just for now.
he's
The party fund. Oh, here.
We trust
Lootings.
he
Dead
is
things.
the he is on the council of Tal'Dorei.
And by chance, do you happen to know where his home is? I did owe him a favour and I was going to stop by and talk to him later.
Oh yes. I do not know his personal residence. However, you should be able to find him. Should you go to the meeting hall of the council, you should be able to get in contact with him or his secretary.
Perfect, thank you so much. I'm going to start working out.
How much gold is in that?
50.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, I
Okay.
used to have money.
So now we should head towards where we saw Islam.
First gold earned, by the way. Like we're like 6 or 7 sessions in.
Finally.
You guys have missed a lot of stuff.
Well,
Hey,
one
we got
does.
a magic rock. What are you
That's right.
talking
That's
about?
true.
Trust me, as a DM, you know all the things.
Yeah.
When you're a player, it's
You know none of the things.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I've been.
It's hard being like, what
I've
am I
done
doing?
it.
Where am I
Yeah.
going? We're looking at
Okay.
that stone in the
It's
first
true.
place.
So
it's
we're-
true. That it might save your butts in a lot of situations.
So we're going back to
Or
what was
chaos.
it, like the
Or
town
Julio.
square type of area? Isn't that where we saw her first? There was like vendors and
Yeah,
stuff.
we're looking
wasn't
for
there?
Islana.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. That's just where we saw her. So I want to like go in that area.
Okay. You just kind of want to walk that direction. Would you have asked?
Yeah. We
Questions,
we specifically
or-
wanted to know.
Because I know you were looking for the clerics before, so
Yeah, but no one knew where they
so
were.
I'm gonna say because you know Islana and you know her as a cleric to the Raven.
Okay.
I would say, I mean, if you're not going to find her roaming the streets, you may want to make your way towards the Temple District.
Oh. Where's the Temple District?
It's going to be.
I run back in. Lord Vellington, can you point us in the
Would that
Temple
be-
District?
Would that be an investigation? Perhaps?
We've never been
for-
here before, so I would say if I were doing it, probably along those lines.
Investigation.
I'm just gonna ask him
Finding out where it
I'm
is.
just
You
gonna
could
ask
you
him.
could
and
you could
tracking
ask.
her down.
I'm just asking him.
Oh, tracking her down. Survival probably. I mean, if you're
I think
tracking
your choice
somebody,
of asking was-
I'm asking where Vellington. Where's the Temple District?
it is north of here, perhaps 1 mile.
What direction is that?
Oh, it's
I'll show you
that
during.
way.
Thank you. Okay.
What's that?
Well,
Is that? Oh.
that way.
I mean, check.
Thank you. I have horrible sense of direction, especially in these big cities. I'm not used to a big city like
We
this.
should just take her into the street, spin her around, and there you go.
That's what we
That's-
did. That's what we did like 2 episodes ago.
One day you're gonna regret being mean to me.
I'm not.
Yeah, well, he's not. That's what he says.
Okay,
We're
so we
not
head
mean to
north.
you.
I hope this is north.
So actually, yeah, what you did discover the other day when you were wandering through the town was that there were 2 main roads going north and south,
Mhm.
basically through this district that you're in. So, I assume you're just going to get on one of the main roads and head towards the Temple District.
Yes.
So you are walking along the road, and you're approaching another set of walls, basically, with a gate. So this what you're approaching has been totally separated. Which, if you know anything about Amon, all of the districts are separated by walls.
It would be something that kind of
Defense strategies
stands out
and
to most people before the end.
Yeah, and where they're like 60-foot walls, it's I mean, it feels grand, basically. So as you approach the gate to the Temple District, it is guarded, and the guards stop you and they say, "Holt, who's entering?"
My name is Brees, and I am a cleric of the Matron of Ravens, and we have a meeting with Islana.
I know I'm her bodyguard.
Very well.
Just
It's
thought-
true.
That's the title you're gonna go with for Bass.
And it is of
Does he?
dire importance that we get there very soon because we have it's
I have
really
swords
a
on my
matter
back.
of life
How
and
am I
Do you
gonna
need to roll a deception for that?
And she kind of
That's what I'm
has.
here for.
You guys kind of notice that she kind of has this kind of like her personality changed just a little bit because like usually she's really like you know, but she's very like she knows exactly.
She's businesslike.
Yeah.
Do you have any yield with you?
Depends on
But
what you
I
need.
want to do like an insight check to see like if I can see like if I'm gonna say no, is he gonna let us like
Okay.
if I say yes, will he let us in faster?
You want to determine his
Is,
intention.
is he?
Yeah.
She's pumping him for
Yeah.
information,
Okay.
whether it's
Yeah.
So really, what I'm going to have you do is,
Yeah, okay.
is perceive what's behind him.
Oh.
That's
Perception.
probably yeah.
Perceived behind
Perception,
like
yeah.
physical
Yes,
behind him? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Alright, perception.
Like what's beyond the gate.
Okay. 14.
So
That's not bad.
so you notice that everything's extremely pristine,
Oh, yes.
almost to the point of being clinical. So you would probably suspect that they don't want
The
any
ill.
ill in
You
the
know,
district.
I just remembered.
Yeah.
I have an appointment just down the street. You guys go ahead.
No. Here's
No,
the thing.
we do not.
I want to ask you a deception roll.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of people that are sick. And I totally understand where you're coming from, but we're with her. She's a cleric. If we were sick, she would have held us. We're fine. 14 plus 6.
Sure.
That's true.
So that was a good roll.
Well,
So-
I felt like that would have been the answer. I
Yeah.
will be appropriate.
I almost wouldn't have rolled for him because, anyways,
Yeah.
so I will tell you that if you are harboring ill and hiding it, you could perhaps make one of our clerics ill, which would further spread disease in the city and possibly kill thousands.
Well, I must say, the clerics, if they can't heal themselves, what good are they? But I understand where you're coming from.
Very well.
He's got a great point.
I go like this. Know your place.
I apologize, ma'am. Right now.
Does he let us in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Are you going with them?
Yeah, it's a color in this.
I don't want to kill half the city.
As much as I love talking in front of guards about this, no, I'm just kidding. I know we're not.
my feeling
Don't sneeze.
as Breeze anyway is that it's not
They were around.
necessarily a contagious thing like they're thinking. Based off of what we experienced with Vellington and what we have with you now, I don't feel like it's a contagious thing. I mean, should I roll for something to confirm this, or because this is like
Realistically, I don't know how you would test
Yeah.
that hypothesis without
Yeah.
actually getting
okay,
somebody to
that's
cast
what,
magic.
I don't know. I'm just saying like this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
So okay, so where do we go?
So, are you asking?
I turn to the guard and I say, and which way is that we can find the order of the matron of ravens?
Wait,
Are any
didn't
of our-
didn't
are
you
any-
have a vague what's it, flamboyant scarves with you? Didn't you have some of those?
I can be as flamboyant as you want me to be, but what do you mean?
A big poofy scarf. Do you have?
I have a scarf wrapped around my arm, and it's red.
Can I borrow that?
You can have my cloak.
Fill out the scarf. You know, it might be best if I stay.
No. And it's not you, it's me.
This is not you, it's me.
This is a pro.
Are you breaking up with me?
There's a bit.
Where can we
Okay.
find the matron of ravens?
Here's the thing.
The
Don't mess with it. It's very important to me. Like it's very important to me. So I take
They're
it out
doing
and
this
I
thing and she's
hand
like
it to you.
listening and she's just like, oh.
If anything happens to this, it's irreplaceable to me.
This
so
could
I'll
be
talk
if we're
about it.
this could be if we're walking.
Yeah,
I
it is.
wouldn't have been doing this in front
Yeah.
of the
Sure,
door.
No.
sure. So before this conversation takes place, when you're asking the guard, he says, the Temple of Ravens. That direction, a rather small building over there. You can't miss it. So I mean, really, all these gaudy large.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. I feel like I would know it anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
On that note, you can have it, but you have to be very careful with it.
I'm gonna wear it to hide these marks on my neck so they don't kill
It
us
is a
for being-
woman's scarf. but
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't care.
Why do you have a woman's scarf on your arm?
I'll tell you about it tonight.
Whoa. Brown chicken, brown cow.
It's not like that, but
Okay.
I'll tell you all about it. It doesn't matter right now, but I'm serious. If something happens to it, I'll cut you.
I'll just wrap it around my neck.
Okay.
Lawrence's blood and thunder. That was rather forward of you.
No, that's what
On that note,
Okay,
I
let's
kind
go,
of, I
guys.
kind of like put up my hood and like I changed my appearance to look like a kind of huskier, like stronger man than I am, and I'm just kind of like have this like goatee, but at the same
Strong
time
man.
like silvery in hair, like he.
Peacocking?
I'm specifically trying to look like the bodyguard, but like
Oh.
but like a veteran bodyguard,
Okay.
where people look at me and be like, he survived as long as a bodyguard, he's probably good at it. That's
Just
the
so you
vibe
know-
I'm going
Oh,
for.
Just so you know, throughout this whole game, I'm gonna refer to you as the body bard.
Oh God, you are.
I've got the body and I'm the bard. All right.
How do you?
The important thing is,
Bow body.
you guys. Yeah, I don't know.
Guys, what does bow body stand for?
I don't know.
Body.
I
What's
don't
the
know
first
if
B?
anybody.
Business. I like it. Sorry.
Oh, so on that note, like I keep it private when I'm it's changing, but you know.
You're gonna conceal.
No one's ever talked to me.
The
about it.
transformation.
Have we noticed this before? Have I noticed
We
this
talked.
before?
We talked to you a little bit about it when you did it at the house with
I
the
don't
old
think
woman.
you've witnessed the transformation, but you've clearly seen him in
I
different
covered
forms.
up
Yeah.
like completely, and
Yeah.
then I come back and
Yeah.
I'm just like a different person wearing the same
Yeah.
clothes.
How do you do that?
Again, I'll talk to you tonight about it.
Who are you and where did Bast go?
Do I need to wink? I say it in that way.
Well,
Excuse
after
me,
you
do
hand-
I need to wink?
After handing me a very flowery scarf, I do not want you winking at me.
Alright then.
Okay, so
Alright then.
we're walking through this part of the
Yeah, and
city,
you're seeing
and-
beautiful, pristine chapels dedicated to the
That's
different
a
gods and
beautiful
goddesses.
chapel.
You know, things
Wait, I'm Sean Connery.
Oh
Okay.
my
Again.
God.
Oh no. We know what happened with that guy.
Oh dear.
You may call me Lord Dinner. Oh,
Better.
my God.